Yo, yo, yo. Hope you're having a good day. It's especially breezy outside, along with it being cold, obviously. So if you have weak eyes like me that cry when it like cold air hits it, be careful when driving and all that. Anyways, today we're gonna be reacting to a video by Water CS2. I don't know if this means CS:GO too, or if it's just, something else. Anyways, Steam, or I guess Valve, has apparently been or had a lawsuit against them by companies which include gamers, I guess. If I'm not wrong, it's only for the English gamers, and they can get like 30, whatever their coin is, euros, bucks, whatever their coin is, if it succeeds, which is, it's one or two games, I guess.
Someone is
But apparently it's because they're saying it's a monopoly, which to be fair, it kind of is, but it's one of those things. They haven't done anything fucked up to the consumers, their customers. They built up a good reputation. Uh, they pretty much have done the least they can to fuck up people over. Even like the Steam interface, if I'm not wrong. Ignore this. I'm trying to do the 1.4. Completed there. Like, I could be wrong. This hasn't really changed much. Like, they added this, like, 3 or 4 years ago, but that's about it. Like, the group thing. So, they've just been pretty much, they made a good product and they let it sit there. So,
trying
while it is a monopoly, it's not like they used shitty or disturbing practices to get there. You know what I mean?
to take Gabe
At least not from what I know. Sorry for pausing the video so much.
Newell for nearly $1
A
billion,
billion. Hmm.
specifically 656 million
Euro, right?
pounds.
Oh,
If you
pounds.
live in the UK and you've
Okay, dude, this is retarded. That's an E, right? Like, that's an E. E? It's not a P for pounds. If anything, it's an F. A cursive F, right? Like,
156 million pounds. If you live in the UK and you've bought a game on Steam since 2018 or 2010 if you're in Scotland, a group of lawyers is claiming you were robbed. They filed a massive class action lawsuit in the London Competition Appeal Tribunal, and as of January 26, 2026, a judge just ruled.
which, by the way, it is weird to say you were robbed, considering you can see the price for the game. You yourself choose to click add to cart or just buy. You choose to put your credit card or PayPal, and then you choose to like buy it fully, then download it. Like, being robbed is a bit of a stretch, no?
That this case is moving forward to a full-blown legal war. You may remember as we first covered this case when it was starting back in 2024, which is different
Oh,
from the other
wait, is this old? I got this video recommended to me 2 days ago. Wait, is this like an old thing? I've never heard of them, of this happening.
antitrust cases Valve is facing in the United States right now. On the surface, this sounds like a win for the little guy, right? The lawsuit claims Valve is a big, bad monopoly using its dominant position to overcharge us by 30% on every single purchase.
They're not. That's the commission they take, right? They're not the ones who put the price for the game. The ones who put the price to the game are the developers, right? The companies, if I'm not wrong. Like, it's not like you put a game on Steam, and then Steam's like, 20 bucks. This is 20 bucks, and we're taking 10 of them. Like, they don't do that, right? Like, they just take a percentage of every game sell, and you put on Steam, right?
They say Valve is stifling competition and forcing prices up, but most gamers would know that simply.
Nope. That's companies making like 1,000 people work on one game, and then the game being garbage. Using way too much what's it called, tools, which cost a lot. Like, if we're talking about games prices going up, it would be the fact that companies are just using more tools to make games, especially like AI, which cost a lot, right? Because then you see indie games are still $20. Like Game of the Year, Expedition 33 is like 30. Like what are we talking about? Like games have been 30, like double A games, I guess, right? Or indie games have been like $30 for like 20 years, I feel like. Like the prices aren't really going up for anyone except AAA. Isn't that weird?
Not true. Today we're diving into the recent 2026 filing for Vicky Shotbolt vs. Valve Corporation. I've read the judgment, I've seen the evidence, and I'm going to show you why Valve's defense is actually incredibly strong.
Did her kid like get her credit card or something?
And why their
Why her?
competitors failing isn't Valve's fault. It's just that their competitors kind of suck. Now let's
Exactly, especially Epic Games. The UI or the hub for Epic Games is a complete net negative. They try to get you to, use it by giving free games and all that, but it's so shit. It just feels bad. What they call it? What's the other one? Rainbow Siege and all that. Another garbage separate like a installer or whatever. Unity? No, it's not Unity. Fuck, what's it? Either way, if you don't log in or play the game in like a year or two, they pretty much delete your game, I'm pretty sure, right? Or they delete some shit. It's like all these separate game downloaders are just anti-consumer in some way, or they're just inferior.
look at the filing. The proposed class representative
At least from my perspective, I just think they're worse. Like if I want to play on Steam right now, I click Steam. I have all my games. I just go, oh, I want to finish Dragon's Dogma. I need to get level 200, obviously. I just click, I'm in the game. I don't have to do any other like weird shit.
or PCR is a woman named Vicky Shotbolt. Her team
Honestly, I don't even remember clicking terms of service for Steam. Do they even have a terms of service or something? They should, right? Like usually every year or every couple years they change it and you have to like accept it again. I feel like I haven't done that.
claims that Valve has engaged in 3 specific anti-competitive behaviors. First, there's the 30% commission. The filing states the PCR's case on excessive pricing is that the 30% commission is significantly above a competitive level. They're
Well, that doesn't make sense because doesn't Epic Games have a lower one? Like maybe I'm dumb here, but wouldn't having a bigger percentage be worse off for you? Because then people are more likely to put their games in the one that take let. Holy shit! I'm sorry. I was spending like an hour outside waiting for the bus. Whatever.
calling this an
Dude, it's
unfair
way too cold
price that
outside.
gets passed directly to you, the consumer. Second, they're attacking price
Okay, let me say it because I do think it's a bit important. Let's say there's a shop that you can put your product, but they take $10 away from you, and there's another one that per sale, by the way, that takes let's say 15. Where are you more likely to place your product? Probably the one that takes less money from you, right? So things like Epic Games and all that take less money from you, if any, because a lot of the other separate launchers and downloaders are made by the same company that owns the games. So I feel like it's not really a good like attack, right? If their prices are their commission is higher, isn't that a net negative to like keeping their monopoly?
parity. The
I feel
alleged
like.
Valve uses platform most favored nation clauses, which claims Valve tells developers if you sell your game on Steam, you aren't allowed to sell it cheaper anywhere else. The lawsuit says this
I don't know about this, but I feel like this is fake because again, Epic Games gives games that are on Steam away for free all the time. And as far as I know, free is less than like 30 or $40, right?
restricts the ability of other platforms to compete on price. Third, they
Like, I think one of them is what they call Dead by Daylight. I think they're giving that away for free a couple times on Epic Games. Dead by Daylight, or there's a couple other ones which I was tempted to getting on Epic Games. I can't remember them, but yeah. I feel like this is a bit of a weird one.
hate add-on bundling. They claim Valve forces publishers to use Steam's payment system for DLCs and in-game items, ensuring Valve
I don't
gets
know
their
about this.
30% cut of every hat, skin, and map pack. On paper, this
I'm guessing this is because so developers don't put their game for free, and then like you download it, then they have like a separate, like, oh, you actually want to play this game, or you actually have to pay $30. And the way you pay is through their website. You know, it's like MMOs. MMOs have currencies. For example, Black Desert is one of them, which if you want to buy their currency, you have to go to their website, you have to pay there, and then it's put into your account. Like, you can't do it from inside the game, unless they changed it. I played when Cacao or whatever had the ownership. So I'm guessing that's to prevent people from doing something like that, or they just put the game for free, and then like when you're inside the game, it asks you to pay to play, as a way to like bypass.
might sound like monopoly, but the tribunal's judgment reveals a massive hole in the prosecution's logic. This is where the lawsuit starts to fall apart. Valve's lead defense is something the PCR seemingly ignored in their initial math, which are Steam keys. If you ever bought a Steam game from Humble Bundle, Fanatical,
I don't know about any of these. Before you buy a game on Steam, you should get Steam keys. Like, let's be honest. Like, Terraria, I'm pretty sure I got this with a Steam key. Dragon's Dogma, a Steam key, 100%. It was like, or maybe it was when it was cheap. Baldur's Gate I did buy. Kingdom Come Deliverance, Steam key. Not Path of Exile, I guess, was technically a Steam key because I bought the package. Street Fighter, I didn't buy a Steam key. But Steam keys are just the way to go.
or directly from a developer's website, you know that Valve generates those keys for developers for free. Valve takes a 0% commission on those sales, just straight up zero. In the 2020
so that's why people are so against like Steam keys that are from shady places. Because I've read a lot about it on Reddit where people are like, oh yeah, these guys do give you the key, but they don't get it from an official place, so it's like, it's a bad manners.
judgment, Valve's lawyers argue that the lawsuit is fundamentally broken because it doesn't account for this. The document quotes Valve's defense.
What game is this, by the way? At first I thought it was a Marbles Rivals, but then this one looks like the Shaggy Scooby-Doo girl.
Without a credible plan for taking Steam keys into
Belma, right? Belma. Oh, that's a credible plan.
account, the PCR cannot establish Steam's actual effective commission charge, and without this, the PCR cannot establish whether the commission charge amounts to an unfair price. Just think about that for a second. If a developer sells 50% of their copies via Steam keys, where Valve takes 0%, and 50% through the Steam store, where Valve takes 30%.
I don't think keys are a big part though, because unless it's a game you really want. But yeah, pretty much, because let's say you buy a game through a Steam key, you don't like it, you can't get a refund. You can only get refunds if you buy the game through Steam. So I do think a lot of people, just because of that, wouldn't buy with the Steam key. I would say it's mostly maybe 70-30.
The effective commission isn't 30%, it's actually 15%. Valve provides the servers, the bandwidth, the forums, the workshop, and the cloud saves for all of those users, even the ones who didn't pay Valve a single penny. The PCR is trying to claim Valve is greedy while ignoring the fact that Valve literally gives away.
I'm not going crazy, right? This does look like a Velma, right? It's not Paladins either. Oh, it's a MOBA. Oh, okay. This is a Valve's like a MOBA, uh, disaster or something.
its infrastructure
Dispatch. No, it's not dispatch. Starts with a D, I think.
to developers to sell elsewhere without giving Valve anything. As Valve argued in the filing, the suing group failed to show a plan to determine which Steam partners actually paid these allegedly unfair prices. The lawsuit claims Valve is restricting competition. So let's look at the competition. For years, we've heard
The biggest like thing so far that he's talked about that I feel like would be restriction competition is if they actually don't allow the price to be different on other websites or places. That would be weird.
from Epic Games that they were going to save gamers from Steam with their 12% cut. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars on exclusives. They've given away hundreds of free
You want to talk about Monopoly? Exclusive or Monopoly? Taking away what's it called? Rocket League from Steam, putting it on Epic Games. That's a monopoly. That's restricting a game from actually like being anywhere else. Same with a PS5 or all the PS, Xbox, nice, not Xbox. Xbox doesn't have exclusives, right? But yeah, same for PS4, Wii, the Switch. Those are monopolies. Like those have games that you actually can't play outside those consoles and places. Like if you want to talk about monopoly, it's them.
games, and yet most PC gamers still prefer Steam. But why is that? It's because the Epic Game Store is, quite frankly, a mess compared to Steam.
Yeah,
Whereas the
like look at this, dude. Steam store. Cult of the Lamb. You know what? I actually like this game. Cyberpunk. I was thinking of getting this when it came out. It was too laggy. I might play it in the future. Fallout. Not really interested. Oh, I don't wanna look for any of these recommendations. I would play all these categories free to play. Like maybe it's because it's the first one I used and I'm more used to it. But it just feels like better than this. Like why am I getting recommended Genshin in 2026? Like sure the game's still like doing well, but there's a lot of other gachas which just are doing a lot better than this, no?
Epic Games
Digging a hole, like what are these games?
Workshop, whereas their version of the robust Steam input system that makes almost any controller work, where the community forms, the trading cards, the market, the discovery.
Exactly, Steam just has a better product in my opinion. And does having a better product just make you a monopoly? Versus, having exclusives, which are 100 times worse.
The reviews and the Proton
Like, for
layer
example, a GTA 6 or 5 or whatever, that's probably gonna be a PS5 exclusive or PS6 if it comes out later. Like, that's a monopoly, I feel
that
like.
lets us
That's
play
like way
Windows
worse.
games on Linux and the Steam Deck. The lawsuit argues that Valve's 30% cut is excessive, but it fails to quantify the massive value of the services Valve provides. If you go to a fancy restaurant, you pay more than you would at a simple drive-thru.
Gratuity.
You aren't
Yeah.
being overcharged, you're simply just paying for the experience and
Honestly, gratuity and all that goes up to 30% as well, no? Maybe it can even go further.
that service. Steam is the fine dining experience of PC gaming because anyone can go to Epic and collect free games. But as we talked about in our previous video, many gamers would actually rather choose to buy it from Steam instead. The judge essentially said that while Valve's points about Steam keys are important, they are matters for a trial, not for stopping the lawsuit before it starts. The tribunal used a legal concept called the broad axe. This is a real term used in UK competition law. It means that if a court thinks there has been a wrong, they don't need a scientific or mathematical calculation of the damages. They can use a broad axe to estimate what Valve might owe. But here's what the lawyers
They
behind
might owe? Like, we don't really know what they owe, but they might owe $1 billion. Cool.
This class
What?
action won't tell you. If they win and Valve is forced to pay them £656 million, what
Well, if they win, Valve is gonna have to change the 30%, right? They're gonna have to change the 30%. So what? They're gonna change it to 20%. Games are still gonna be priced the same, by the way. Like the fact that Valve's charged the 30% doesn't really make a difference. Like maybe it moves up the price like $1 or two. Yeah, 30 years old, huh? Oh, whatever.
happens next? The lawsuit claims individual gamers could get between 22 and 44 pounds back, which isn't even enough to get you a AAA game today.
Yep.
But in exchange, you are attacking the one company that has consistently pushed PC gaming forward. If
And I would say the most gamer-friendly company, right?
Valve is forced to lower its commission
Like they've done a lot of chargebacks, which they didn't really have to do. Like with the Concord, they did that, right? With the day before, they did that, and with a lot of other like bad games,
or
they've given money back, even if you played more than 3 hours.
change its price parity rules. This lawsuit is being brought by Vicky Shotbolt Class Representative Limited, which is a company set up to sue Valve. This isn't a grassroots movement of angry gamers
Wait. This was made just to... No, it wasn't.
like with what you would see with Stop Killing Games. It's a calculated legal strike by people who see a nearly $1 billion pile of money and want a piece of it. Now let's be real
Probably.
about the other distribution channels the lawsuit mentions. The filing says Valve prohibits publishers from selling on better terms elsewhere. If Ubisoft,
Dude,
EA, or Epic
There's no way. I swear I've seen Steam games or games that are on Steam being sold for cheaper outside Steam. Like there's no way that's true.
really wanted to take Steam down, all they had to do was make a better app. EA tried with
Yeah.
Origin, but it was so bad
Oh, holy shit, Origin. Origin was laggy. I remember I tried using... Wait, Origin was the first place Fortnite was on, wasn't it? It was first on Origin Plus. Or there was... No, it was Apex that was on Origin Plus. Right? Or Battlefield something, the multiplayer one? I remember getting this. It was the biggest headache ever. It was like so dog shit to like manage the
they
shit.
eventually crawled back to Steam. Ubisoft tried with Uplay. Everyone hated it, and they
Complete garbage.
also came crawling back to Steam. Epic is still trying, and they still don't have a basic big picture mode that competes with Valve. Steam constantly wins because everyone else
It's insane because all they have to do is pretty much just copy Steam, right? Copy Steam, but have better prices. Like it shouldn't be that hard, right?
just sucks. So the judgment on January 26, 2026 was just the beginning. It means the court has officially certified the class. If you are a UK gamer, you are now officially a part of this. It is an opt-out system similar to the publisher lawsuit happening in the United States. You don't even have to sign up. The lawyers have actually already signed you up. They are claiming to represent around
Yeah, this is sketchy.
14
Like they're definitely trying to get part of the money, right?
million people. But here's the kicker. Valve isn't backing down and just letting them win. In the
Yeah,
filing,
they shouldn't.
Valve points out that the suing group failed to show a plan to determine which Steam partners actually paid these allegedly unfair prices. If the lawyers can't prove which developers were harmed, how can they prove the consumers were also harmed from them? I think we're watching a massive attempt to tax Valve's success. Steam changed PC gaming. Valve built a solution. They took the risk when nobody else would. Calling them a monopoly now just because they're the only ones who did it right is a slap in the face to every gamer who enjoys the features Steam provides for free. If you want a cheaper, worse experience, the Epic Game Store is right there. The fact that nobody
What is this? Like I don't. It's a weird layout. It's like they're trying to be modern, super like modern. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to be like Netflix. Like, oh look, you have this like super clean thing. but it just looks bad.
Wants to use it isn't Valve's fault. This lawsuit is going to drag on for years, but as it stands, Valve has the facts on their side. But I want to hear it from you. Do you feel robbed by Valve, or are you like me and you think Steam actually treats its users with respect? Now don't forget to subscribe and like.
Hopefully Valve wins. They just get fucked. I'm a big Valve fan. But wait, oh holy shit! I didn't actually test the audio. Maybe this was muted the whole time on
Epic
OBS.
Games Workshop, whereas their version
Okay, it wasn't. Holy shit, that could have been close. Anyways, let's be honest. Is Steam really gonna lose this? Probably not. Or they shouldn't at least. Like, they're just doing a better product, and the consumers are liking that product more than the others. Like, there's really nothing much else. At least for now. Maybe in the future, Steam fucks up, and naturally goes fully anti-consumer. Anyways, I'm gonna leave the video on the description if you wanna give it a like and subscribe to him. Peace. Good luck. Stay healthy.